And we can cross again to Green Park Community Centre. It's Blair McTighe, this time with Jamie Jimnaps. Over to you, Jamie. How are you doing, Blair? You've picked up 3 points after dropping 2 against Almanacan. Is that you back on track to try and get the league title back to Das Beck Sparrow?
I'd say so. 7 points out of 9. First 3 games, I don't think it's that bad. Obviously, Odds done one better than us, but we still got to play them twice. We never lost them last season at all, so we're looking forward to taking them on again. But no, fairly happy, and I'd say a fairly solid performance today.
Tonight's game, what did you perhaps do differently, or do you feel from the midweek game against Almanacan, or do you feel it was purely your players were playing against higher opposition during the week?
No, not at all. I feel we took our chances. We had a few headers last week that I don't know what the boys were thinking. Possibly taking their eye off the ball at the last minute. But we had a few headers that could have easily went in for us last week. But I felt our defence really stood strong. It has done all season so far. 4 games, including cup competition. No goals scored against us. So we're looking to keep that up and running. But we're just really trying to tighten our defence up, and I feel we've been doing that. Then we just took our chances when we had them today. It was all in David Villa, a couple of heady goals.
2 of your defenders, Mertesacker and Vidic, they were both they've been praised highly in the studio. Were they surprised, along with yourself, to see Adebayor starting against you today?
We try to look at the up and coming team squad as a whole. We try to prepare ourselves for as many possibilities as they'll be able to throw at us. We had a suspicion that they might have played Adebayor because of his height, and to be fair, the lad, he did win a lot of headers against Mertesacker and Vidic, but as you saw in the park, just couldn't really do anything from that. We managed to get Yaya Toure and the 2 centre-halves in and win the ball back off him pretty much instantly.
And your some may say that your talisman over the last couple of seasons has been Luis Fabiano. Is he struggling at the moment in training? Is it perhaps a case of David Villa's on his top game at the moment? Is there a reason why he's not perhaps getting as much game time, considering the amount of goals he's scored for you in the past?
You look at David Villa and you look at Fabiano, and there's not a lot to draw between them. Fabiano will start games this season, there'll be no doubt about that. We just thought that Villa would be a better fit in there today. You will see Fabiano, there's absolutely nothing wrong with him, but the only problem is our new system, we're playing one up top with 2 supporting behind them. So one person's got to start, and unfortunately one person's got to start on the bench. Today that was Luis Fabiano.
Just finally, Mesut Ozil. What would you like to say about him, Blair? He's been voted man of the match, in case you didn't know.
Yeah.
And of course, there was a lot of speculation about him when he came. He came with a massive price on his head, and he didn't start many games. Took him a while to fit in. Where do you think he's at now as far as his career?
Well, I'd say you've kind of answered your own question there, Jimmy. Man of the match today, big game, really important for us. He came out and he showed, scored the goal, set up the other one. You really can't ask much more for a midfielder like that. I'm pretty sure he had a lot of passes, a lot of influence in the game today. And a couple of decisions I thought maybe were a wee bit dodgy offside, and it was himself playing the ball over the top again. He's playing fantastic. He just needed that wee half season to settle in at us, and he's done that absolutely tremendously. And he's first name along with, I can't say 2 centre-halves as well, along with the 2 centre-halves on the team sheet every week.
You got the best player in the Master League here?
I'd like to think so.
Right, thanks for joining us, Blair.
Thanks.
Cheers.